Good afternoon, greetings and salutations. Hey, if you would give me a follow, a share, a like, however you want to do it, but I'd appreciate all three. Anyway, we're here working on the trailer, getting ready for the big trip there Friday. We're going down to Mitchell area to pick up a Road King, I think. But we it's been parked for a while, so we don't want to put it on the road until we're sure it's actually mechanically sound to make the trip. So we are repacking the bearings on there. I'll show you how we go about doing that here in a minute. And putting new tires on there. Brother-in-law purchased new tires, and then I'm providing the trailer. So yeah, that's how it's worked out. But a lot of standing over, leaning over. So once the blood gets back to my feet where I can do it again, we'll start on this. But yeah, it's an old trailer. Sounds like I'm getting a package delivered. I got a drop. We got a receptacle up by the road, so it's that way they don't got to drive across the creek because you literally got to drive across. Well, everybody knows you got to drive across the creek to get to the house. So back for in the summertime, it's always fun to sit on the front porch and then have your favorite cold beverage there. I usually drink iced tea, but watch people creep down the driveway because they're like, "Oh, we found a new road we knew nothing about. Where does this take you out?" And then they get right to that creek and they're like, "Oh no, back up, go back around." It's so yeah. But I was a kid though. Way back when Moses parted the seas, or whoever did that, they or did he build the ark? I'm a little confused now. Let's see, Moses. Let me think. Yeah, he parted the seas. But back when he done that, we had the new car we had was a 1964 Rambler station wagon, and my mom and aunt, her sister, my aunt, they drove us all over all the old back roads and I swear fire trails or goat trails or whatever there was back then before they put Lake Burrow in. We drove them one more time that summer, and because it's a reservoir, it filled up quickly. Uh, we drove all over. I remember a couple of those coming up out of oh gosh, I was young. I was 5 or 6, but I remember a couple of hills, gravel hills. Mom took that old Rambler up, just blazing up through there. I was going straight up in the air. I remember getting terrified. I'd be like, oh, mom. She, well, what are you going to do? Turn around. I was like, no, keep going. I remember that one very well. But yeah, Salt Creek, it used to connect all the way through Gilmore Ridge, or is it Grissom? Maybe Grissom, but I think Gilmore. But it used to go all the way through Pine Grove Road, used to go through, and now it's just a boat dock or boat launch. But there was all kinds of them all the way down a Harding Ridge and down that neck of the woods, Isom Creek, whatever dead ends into the lake. It used to connect on the other side somewhere, and we drove that road we had that old. It was new that summer. That was about it. That winter, it was wore out. But yeah, that was back when the life expectancy of a car was probably on 100,000 miles. So I think Mom put 50,000 on it that first year, all back roads. But it was a lot of fun. It was fun. I remember doing it. It was see my. I think that was maybe 64. Now that I think about it, because I think Mom may have been pregnant with my little sister at the time. So she was born in 64. My older sisters and my older cousin with us when we did all that. So yeah, it was terrifying and still enjoyment at the same time. But all right, I digress. Let's get back at the task at hand here. So we are the wheels already been taken off and exchanged. Let me get. Oh yeah, baby. So we got it down to the hub. I've already taken the dust cap off, or grease cap, whatever you want to call it. It's a dust cap, though, when you look it up in the owner's manual. And there's a Carter pin there that I'm process pulling out. I'll pull that off, back that nut out there, and then we'll check and see how much grease there is on the bearings. Now on the other side, we've already packed it, or at least put some more in it. Get that where you're looking at it. That looks good. All right. Now, my favorite technique, not that it works every time, but get your needle nose pliers or a pair that you don't really care about. Get them in there, just tap that puppy up, and look at that instant presto, we're in business. Now, as it was pointed out to me earlier, lay that thing where you're not going to lose it. But I do have well, that one's a little bit more, a little more snifter. Well, maybe that was just, nope. I don't think this one has much grease in it. I can't really complain about it too much. I'm the last one to do this. Driving across that creek, sometimes the water's up and, it washes the grease out. Well, that doesn't look milky, but it looks thin. So, we don't want to lose that washer. There we go. That's my huckleberry. All right. Well, the back grease looks good. It's nice and pink. I don't got pink grease but I do got bearing grease. Huh. That has a little play in it. Yeah, I think it'll be okay for 50-mile round trip. Now I was taught a long time ago. Now, I'm sure there's better techniques, but you get you a little grease in your palm, which I got it everywhere but right now. And then these, I don't know, let's see where I'm at here. Yeah, there's the eraser. You want to get that grease up inside there like that. So you just keep scooping and dipping, scooping and a dipping. You go all the way around, just scooping and a dipping. Make sure you got latex gloves because it's messy. And then, Baba Louie, we're going to do that one more time. We're going to make sure I got grease down in that bearing there. Roller bearing at that. And then we're going to spin her. Oh, that feels good. Yeah, that was all washed out on that one. It's a good thing we checked that. We put them wheels on. All right, now, so get that leaf out of there. That goes on the front side. So let's put that in there. Just like that. Now, the washer has a guide on it. It's got a flat spot on it right there. So it's got to go back on the spindle just like so. Just like that. Piece of cake. Easy peasy. And then comes the messy part. You got to get this on here. The big old bearing nut. And then, here, let me show you that before. I don't know how many's ever seen one of these or not. It's got all these slots in here. For that Carter pin that goes up and down, you got to get it lined up. You got to tighten it down, but not getting it too tight, but not too loose. You got to get it just right. Am I going to get it just right? I certainly hope so. Sorry about all the heavy breathing. Like I say, this is that's a lot better than it was. Okay. Let me get my hands cleaned off just a little bit. Well, maybe a lot. A little of that grease goes a long ways. It is a special kind. It's extra heavy duty grease, and that's what it's for, packing bearings. I like the pink colored stuff. That's the first time I used the green. I don't know what happened to my jar of pink. So we're going to see how well that works. I think it's going to be just fine. Like I say, 50 miles round trip, somewhere in that neighborhood, and then the rest of the time, the furthest trip this thing makes is like 8 miles round trip, maybe something like that. Goes up, cuts the grass up there at the rental, and then bring it home. See, that's too tight. It quit spinning. So back that off just a little bit. That's still too tight. There we go. There's my huckleberry. I don't see that nut, that hole. There it is. All right. Now, technically, you're supposed to drive that up, but I don't. I go down. And then that Carter pin goes completely in one of those little notches right there. The bottom side just bends up. Now, is this the most efficient, best way of doing it? Probably not. But you know what? It's the way I do it. And have done for some time. Now, what's the downside? Well, the downside is that bearing getting hot because it doesn't got any grease on it. Now, don't use the hammerhead to drive that cap on because you'll mash the crap, or you'll mash the daylights out of it. And then it might cause other problems. All right. Well, the only thing left is to put the tire back on, so I'll not bore you guys with any more. But thanks for watching. Thanks for following. Thanks for, what's that song go? Thanks for being a friend. Yeah. So you guys, yeah. I even got color back on my face. All right. You guys, thanks for following once again. I'll report later on about how well we did and on the way back and everything. And remember, be safe, be cautious. And if you happen to live in the Ohio River Valley, Southern Indiana, Bloomington adjacent, check on your elders. You don't even got to live around here. Just check in on your elders. They appreciate it. All right. Everybody have a good evening. I'll talk to you later.